You ever wondered why your business isn't growing as fast as you'd like? The answer might be simpler than you think. You need to keep advertising, and today I'm going to tell you why you should never stop. So, what inspired me to adopt this mindset was the realization that my company, my junk removal business, was bigger than me, right? I had employees now, I have employees who rely on their source of revenue, of livelihood, right? And so, if I stop my advertising, I'm doing them a disservice. I'm cutting off their hours, their revenue, their income. And once I had that shift, I realized this isn't all about me anymore, right? It's about my people, my company culture, the company itself, and our customers. And this took a lot of time to realize. I used to pause the ads all the time. We would get quote unquote too busy. I would kind of get overwhelmed by how many jobs we had coming in. And part of what's made the shift easier too is about a month ago, I stopped riding in the truck, which is awesome. I'm in the office full time now, and I can focus on business growth. I can focus on different marketing strategies, and that's awesome. And I definitely, that's that constant advertising can help you get into that position quicker too, because at a certain point, you bring more value being out of the truck, being out of the field, and you can really only do that by making sure that there's enough work for the guys or gals. And kind of an example I want to give here is, again, recently a month ago, we basically a week before we finished a big job, I turned our ads back on. And don't laugh, guys, this is taking me a long time to figure out, but a week before we finished a big job, I turned the ads back on. And by the time we finished that job, we had work. There was no lapse. I went into the office, and the guys just took over working in the field. And my primary job now is securing leads and making sure that all our advertising channels are optimized, and that we have a steady flow of work, and that we can, I've raised our targets, our monthly targets. I've raised our growth projections, and that's done through constant advertising. And it took me a long time to get there. I wish I had thought of this sooner. And so, kind of the types of advertising that are most effective for my business, it's really hard to answer that question. What I would say is the most important thing you need to accomplish in order to have the best ads is realize who your target audience is. And that's something that can change over time. It definitely has for me. When we first started, we would do any kind of job. We would do single item pickups, we would do construction debris, we would do yard waste, all of that. The only thing we didn't do was we abided by all local regulations, so we didn't take anything we weren't allowed to take. But other than that, we did everything. I used to have a saying, no job is too big or too small. And we've shifted away from that. That's really not who we're trying to be anymore. Plus, that's what everybody says. So you say that, nobody's going to smile and be like, dang, that's a good motto. But anyway, so we shifted, and now we focus on bigger jobs. So we focus on whole house cleanouts, we focus on hoarder cleanouts, we do estate cleanouts, garage cleanouts, basement cleanouts, commercial cleanouts, and that's kind of who we've shifted towards. And so with that shift, we've really kind of focused on the digital ads, so Facebook and Google, because we can target certain keywords, right? We can really promote a certain image, but we haven't abandoned other more, I call it shotgun approach ads. So local services ads, you can't really pick too much, who's going to use your service. We do mailers, you can't really pick there either. What else? Networking events, right? We can't really pick, but you can once you've identified your customer base, you can be much more strategic. And so what's really we've done to ensure that the marketing efforts are consistent is, well, just keep the ads on. And I keep a close eye on our metrics. I keep a close eye on our numbers, because these ads, if there's anything I've learned in the last 4 years, is if you don't keep a close eye on them and you don't constantly adjust and kind of make them, I don't want to say perfect, but again, you don't neglect them, you can spend a ton of money if you neglect the ads, and you could totally waste your money. So it's definitely something you need to keep an eye on. I have a consultant who helps me with that. That's something I definitely recommend that seems to be working for me. And kind of the advice I'd give to anybody who feels overwhelmed here is, take a breath. And for me, stepping out of the truck was scary, but again, it's allowed me to focus my efforts, and I bring so much more value in the position I'm in now. And you need to let go of the limiting mindsets and realize again that it's so much more than you, right? And so for us now, for example, we're getting busy enough where we need to order the second truck. And don't get me wrong, it's scary. Scary ordering a second truck. I don't know. You never know, right? You don't know if suddenly all the leads are going to dry up, and who knows what's going to happen. But if the numbers are right and the demand is there, why not? Right? So that's what I would recommend is look at the numbers, don't let your emotions overwhelm you, and delegate and let go of those limiting mindsets. So I hope that information has helped you. If you think that my content is helpful to you, please subscribe, please check out my other videos, and let's grow together.